Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. Well, since I got that out of my system in that last video, we're going to keep it positive now and move on. Look what I bought. I just left Publix grocery store. I got some more of these. Now, these don't say prime chuck. These say blend of chuck and brisket. So you have different flavors or mixes of this Schweid & Sons hamburger company. This is, well, they also had them in Publix, little round ones they call smash burgers. They were like meatballs, but they were hamburgers, and you smash them. Smash burgers. I almost got those. They were also chuck and brisket, but I got these that are already shaped. And they are good. I don't know about these, but the prime chuck I got is awesome. And that brings me to the video that I mentioned in my previous video that I wanted to speak about today exclusively, and that was regarding carnivore diet and what I want to be honest about and what I want to start talking about. Okay. Need glasses. It's sunny. I'm in Florida. I just had a shrimp cocktail. Is that carnivore? I sure hope so. Anyway. Carnivore. What is it? It's meat, eggs, butter, maybe a little bit of cheese. I guess some seafood, chicken. Meat, right? And about a month ago, maybe more than a month, one of my subscribers, everybody knows him. Come on out, Jim. Introducing Jim Bauer. Jim Bauer is one of a few subscribers I have that are carnivores, as I am now. But I have to tell you the story about Jim Bauer. I've had a lot of people try to influence me and encourage me to try the carnivore and do carnivore and how great you're going to feel and what is carnivore, approved and not. There's several of you out there. I know all of you. I know that Saul, Ray, Bella, and others that come to mind. But Jim Bauer, folks, Jim Bauer came on about it first that I remember, or at least he was the most pressure, fanatical, all about it. Just try it. Inundating me with YouTube video after YouTube video. He introduced me to Dr. Ken Berry and Baker. And I got another one in an email from him last night. It was amazing. Jim Bauer became so emphatic that I had other subscribers on the side that weren't necessarily carnivore or felt like all that meat is not good for you, as many still do, right? That don't know about it. And between Jim Bauer really throwing a lot of information at me and wouldn't quit, and then he got kind of tired of me because I did try it, and then I kind of mixed it with some plant-based foods, and then I just said the hell with it, and I got off of it. And he's like, hey, I'll wash my hands of you. I'm done with you. Jim Bauer was a godsend. Jim Bauer doesn't give up. Jim Bauer is the reason I am full carnivore now, because, persistence does pay off. Sometimes pressure does work. Some people you just got to shake. And I thought, what is this? About halfway through his, really being fanatic about, you got to do it. We got to work together on this. And I'm like, listen, my friend, you do you. I mean, I really I won't say I was mad at him, but I would just say I got this close to like, look, I did try it, or, I don't know. Everybody's telling me about, oh, take your statins, take your Stalins, take that blood pressure, go see that doctor, make sure you get that test. So I said all that to say this. God bless Jim Bauer. Jim Bauer was sent to me from God. Angels. Because here's the story. For the longest I can remember now, I've been overweight. I was 180 pounds. I mentioned it this morning. And I have a photo. I looked amazing. I could just tell the shirts and clothes, a flat belly. There wasn't any reason to wear some kind of color to hide it, or, run your hands like this or anything. I was slim. I was 180. And that was, folks, I didn't lost how many years. It wasn't a decade ago, but it was close to 6 years, something like that. And every day when I blew up to 205 before I went to 210 and finally decided to try carnivore, which I'm going to go back to in a minute, that I got on because of Jim Bauer and then quit it. But when I was 205, I went to 205 from the 180 relatively quickly. And I stayed there. And there wasn't a day that went by, I'm telling you, a day, and a lot of the day, that I wasn't cognizant and thinking, Tim, you gotta lose some weight. You gotta lose that gut. So what did I do? I do what so many do. I think I can go to the gym and lift some weights and then go home and eat Lay's potato chips, or drink alcohol, or eat cake, pies, pecan pies, Milky Way bars, French fries, bread, 2 sandwiches, flour, rice, and everything in between. Because I love food. There isn't any food that I haven't tried. There isn't any food that I've ever disliked. I love it. And so, even though I tried to cut myself off early, even though I tried to not eat certain things, and I went to the gym, which I've never stopped doing, pretty religiously for years, and I am strong, and I do have muscle, but I had inflammation. I looked blown up. My face, my neck, my belly, of course, which it still needs to get a little flatter. But I mean, we're going to get back to the present in a minute. There wasn't a day that went by I didn't check myself during the day, everything I was wearing, where I went, making videos that got to be there at the end when I got to 210, that I just felt bad. Now, I wasn't depressed. I didn't have like, go get medication. I wasn't distraught, but I was getting the doctor telling me about blood pressure. I was getting a doctor telling me about elevated cholesterol and all of these things. So then 6 years go by. I think I've talked about it a few times. And since the last I can remember, I've been carrying literally 25 to 30 pounds, not 10 or 15, 20 to 30 pounds, 25 to 30, more than I need to carry. So along comes YouTube, and I get in to start talking about it, and I pick up a subscriber, several that are carnivore, but this Jim Bauer, and I'm like, what is it? And then I heard about it. And then I seen a video, and then I heard people talking about it that I met. My office manager where I live is on it. And then I started watching a few of the videos he sent me, and most of them, after I quit the first time, I started mixing in the plant-based foods, the salads, and saying, oh, I'm kind of ketovore now. You guys remember? And that's about when he gave up but didn't give up. but he voiced his like, you're just not getting it. And, you know, I've told people the other day that when you become a carnivore, you become like a Jesus freak. You got to tell everybody. All right, let's go back to the present now. So Jim got quiet for a while, and he's like, this guy, he's just not going to do it. And I guess I wasn't. But I went back into that same thing I've been for 6 years. All right, I'll try to not eat after 5. I'll do this intermittent fasting. I'll just eat the salads and I'll eschew bread for a while. I tried all these little baby steps before committing. It was a joke. I look at it now. There's a YouTube video I watched the other day. It says how you'll feel in 7 days. And then the third day, I think, when it's a cool video. It says the first day you'll this, the second day you'll this, the third day you go into ketosis, the fourth day or whatever you'll start to feel like all this amazing energy and all that, and the fifth day you'll be saying, why did I wait so long to do this? You know, so many years. And then the seventh day is something about telling everybody else. And it's kind of a humorous carnivore joke. And so, thank you, Jim Bauer. Thank you for never giving up. If you've got somebody else that you're taking under your wing or you want to encourage, don't give up. Wear them out like you did me. Folks, carnivore diet, I don't know what ailments I had other than some higher cholesterol and some high blood pressure, elevated blood pressure, really. And my eyesight, you know, I got glaucoma. I don't necessarily think my left eye is like any better yet. I haven't taken my drops today. I got to remember to do that when I get home. I'm going to get yelled at. Today's the latest I've gone without doing it. But I hear about floaters going away from people. I hear about diabetes being reversed. I don't know if it's type 1 or type 2. But all these ailments, all skin tags. Somebody I was watching last night, the video he sent me, the sister had a serious dermatology issue of this horrible thing on her skin and on her back. And 30 days, she had it for 5 years, 30 days after carnivore, healing up. And when you think about Jim Bauer saying, just do 3 months, do 90 days. I'm thinking 90 days? 90 days like that's like an eternity. What do you mean 90 days? You know, it's only been 2 weeks, but I got it now. I got it for the rest of my life. Praise God, I hope. I really do. But the sister that had the skin problem, after 30 days, started healing up. So after being beat over the head and watched finally most of the videos that were sent to me, quite a few I didn't, and hearing these testimonies about ailments being healed, not just the weight loss. That should be the thing you're listening to me right now about. If you've got diseases, ailments, get your health back. Does it go for everybody? Should it be for everybody? I'm just going to say no, but I really mean yes. I mean, what does eating, well, I guess you're a vegetarian, you're against eating animal products. But again, thank you, Jim Bauer, for not giving up on me. And I'm 2 weeks into it. I don't want to stop. I feel amazing. I've lost 13 pounds. I've got about another 10 to 15 to go to be this slim person. I might could wear a little bit more weight than that because of maybe some muscle I'm going to try and really work on with the gym that I might not have been doing when I was 180. I might be able to wear 185 well. I want to be a 34, 33 waist. And more than anything, I want to increase my longevity in my life. I don't want to have to deal with having to use my disadvantage plan, which is my Medicare health insurance. I don't want to have to be locked down to going and seeing a doctor 1 week after the next appointment, follow up, more tests. I don't want to be opening bottles of pills and have to get a pill reminder that holds like all these different pills that I know many people take and they don't want to forget, so they have a pill minder. I don't want that. I want everything out of my life. All poisons. Foods and the world. And you're going to feel amazing, folks. If you'll try carnivore for a week. Forget that 90 days. That's asking too much. And people might be thinking, I don't know if I can stick with anything that long. That's what I thought. You'll want to stick with it. And guess how long you'll want to stick with it? The rest of your life. I'm afraid now of putting something in my body that I know is going to make me feel ill later, or terrible in the morning, or blow me right up, or give me a headache, or give me those joint pains again. I'm scared. And I know they're poison. I want to do strict. I don't want to do like I did the first time. Well, I'm just going to do ketovore. I'm just going to have my salads. I'm going to eat my broccoli and my carrots. And you know what? They may be great for some people, and other people they may give a lot of inflammation to. Maybe you don't need those, folks. So, no, I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to start making videos of my own testimony, and it's been 2 weeks almost now. We're going to call it 2 weeks, and that's it. I'm just telling you honestly. I don't get anything out of it. I'm not selling anything. I got nothing you can buy. I just want to help you. Let's say you used to look a certain way and you missed that. You want to lose weight. You know, you've tried everything. Forget going to the gym and going home and eating. You're going to have to change what you put in your pie hole. That doesn't mean you have to go hungry, though. I'm not even hungry most days now. I'm just eating meat, eggs, butter, and I love some cheese. I got to find out about, do I need to give it up or can I have a little? But that's my story. It was basically that it works. It basically makes you feel better. And I wanted to shout out and hope that Jim Bauer is still listening. I know he does. And say thank you again. Thank you very much for not giving up on me. And if anybody's really crushed it to get through to me on something, that I have no regrets. I haven't felt and looked like this in now about 6 years. So once again, finally, thank you, Jim Bauer. You crushed it.